need be. The clerks may have to mount the witness book and explain how come this addition came in, but we must say that the complainant's complaint that was referred to you was about 2 words you are alleged to have uttered, that Parliament phone and Parliament for. These are just the 2 words, and he backed it up with this video as he has sourced it. So that's what we are investigating. So first I asked, you have affirmed that you're the person in it. Is there, did you utter those words first? Parliament for, as we had, those are your words, are they or not?
Mr. Chair, before I answer that, I still have a problem. The evidence given to me, I still have these 2. With your 2 radio stations interview that I granted, plus this, tells you that the person who accused me of insulting Parliament has a bad motive and didn't do a good work for the whole Parliament. That is why we are sitting here today. I want to read, Mr. Chairman. This is evidence also given to me.
Honorable, would you just respond to our questions first? Then if you want to add anything, you add it. The words which is the basis of the complaint, 2, and they are contained in the information we gave you, that you utter the word Parliament for, that Parliament has become chief, that Parliament phone, that Parliament is useless. These are the 2 words which is the basis of the complaint, and that is all our job. And did you utter those words as we heard, or are you suggesting that he inserted them? Those are important, so that
I said Parliament for. Manka said Parliament for. So your interpretation here that I said Parliament is useless is false. And Mr. Chairman, you see, this was given to me, but this same person accusing me took this information. He said, I said it up, Nert 2. But Mr. Chairman, he got it from mynewsghana.com. You see how the information given to you has been disjointed because it's edited. He doesn't have his facts. He just go to my news online, pick this, that I have said Parliament is useless. And the most serious one that I read, and I felt I'm very, very offended, and therefore Honorable Muttaka did not do this Parliament a good work or service. He said, if the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana were a place to be taken serious and not the cheap place, someone like Oseche Mensah-Bonsu wouldn't have been going around calling himself majority leader or a minister of parliamentary affairs. The above, mynewsghana.com can confirm are the explicit thoughts of the new Patriotic Party member of Parliament for Asin Central, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, who is angry about the interference of his colleague, the majority leader of Parliament, in his fight with ACE investigation journalist Anas, Arimiya Anas. I think, with all due respect to Mr. Chairman, I don't know why I'm here, because this is not what I said. And this is part of the evidence given to me that I have said that, and have never said it anywhere. If you listen to the first one, I will not deny, yes, it's Agyapong. But it would be fair if Muttaka had been here to give us the source of all his evidence. I said whatever I said on my own radio station and television station, where from my news online and Adom FM. Did I insult anybody at Adom FM? Why should my news online dictate to Parliament what we should do of what I have not said. That is why, with all due respect, Mr. Chairman, I have a problem with the whole procedure because today, Honorable Mutaka is not here for me to ask him questions. Where he got these things and submitted to Parliament. That is my problem, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Yes, honorable members. Honorable, two things that I consider which are relevant to our discussion. He says that he said Parliament here for. The other allegation that Parliament here for, which is Parliament is useless, he did not say that. So if you have any questions, you may ask them. Yes. Honorable, I think you would let us conduct the proceedings. If you have legal issues.
Yes, Mr. Chair,
yes.
it is so. Mr. Chair,
Yes.
with respect, I feel being gagged, seriously.
Being gagged?
Gagged, yes.
You're not on the witness seat. How can you be gagged?
Well, that's how I feel.
No, it's wrong. That
Very
wrong
well.
feeling is not supported by
Chair, if you
any
disagree, that's
evidence
fine.
apparent here.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
you are the man, the complainant, moved a motion and relied on certain words. Mr. Chair, it is that motion and the referral that we are dealing with. You've been repeating certain words as having come from the complainant. Mr. Chair, the official report is here. The referral is here. The complainant never said in simple express terms that he is invoking the power of the committee through Mr. Speaker to investigate. He said he wants him to be investigated, not inquiry, investigated, and brought before you and charged with contempt. So, Mr. Chairman, to help all of us, I think that we should know exactly what he himself was relying on to nail our colleague, because the whole world is watching, and the whole world wants to know why this is happening, and if the man himself, what he had, he didn't have it from proper custody, he didn't use these words that we are relying on, then it's a problem and it means a lot of prejudice to the respondent. Because the evidence is broad, Mr. Chair. Our view is that this committee should, with all due respect, should not rely on this evidence to even proceed at
Which one? The video I saw or not?
The two
The video I saw?
Mr. Chair,
I saw the video.
You,
I heard him say it. He has not denied it's him. That is our job. Please, it's enough. Chairman, if anybody wants to ask a question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I think from the first day that we started these proceedings up to today, that this evidence has been tendered, our colleague has admitted that he is the person in the video, and that is his voice. Now, if he wants the primary source, maybe from the radio station or the television station that where he uttered...
Ask questions. That's what we will deliberate.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, I want to find out from our colleague. The two videos that were showed, is he the person who was speaking on these radios, in these two videos? Now, if he has admitted, then why is he challenging the source? Because, Mr. Chairman, you must be aware that when you make news, even as you sit here, other stations or other media houses will pick it. And they will do their own presentations. So why is he still denying that he has not been given maybe fair hearing as far as these videos are concerned? I don't understand your question when you say deny. I reframe your question well, because I've not denied anything here.
You've answered right. Is anybody? Yes, Honorable.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, from the tape, the first tape that was shown, I heard the use of two words. One, Parliament airful. Two, Parliament phone. Now, the honourable member is denying or disputing the use of Parliament phone, but agreeing to the use of Parliament phone. And the Code of Conduct for Members of Parliament, 2016, 4.8, Mr. Chairman, I want to read. A member of Parliament shall conduct him or herself in a manner that reflects creditability on the dignity of the House, and not to conduct him or herself in a manner which could reasonably be regarded as bringing his or her position or the House into disrepute. If you admit that you use the word Parliament against this 4.9 requirements on the part of members of Parliament, do you think that you are right and you are justifiable to say that Parliament AFO? That's my first question.
Yeah.
Yes, honourable member, you may answer.
I want to help my honourable member here. You see, if Honourable Mutaka is not being mischievous, he would have done his homework well. I want to help you. Wait. I'm going to help you. Mr. Chairman, I have a fundamental problem because I wanted Mutaka to be here and I asked him questions.
But let me tell you, we will give you the chance. First, we wanted to know if you dispute the source. Honorable Mutaka never said he is the originator of the information. What he said was Parliament was that he has monitored, he has read, and he submitted his sources to the House. For us as a committee, we are only relying on the sources for inquiry. If you have any problem with his sources, because Mutaka has not made any allegations himself, he only reported what he has read, what he has seen, and told the House that what he has seen, what he has heard, what he has read, if true, constitutes contempt, and therefore referred it to the House to deal with it. So if you want to question him, certainly we'll make him available, so you can ask him any questions before we conclude proceedings. Yes. But he hasn't answered his question.
I go back to why I'm saying that is that the second video that was showed at Adom FM answers the question you asked. I got furious because that's what I'm saying, that if he has done his homework well, he would have helped the committee. Now I answer you. I got furious because MPP regional vice chairman of Ashanti region, called Nhyira, goes on air, several radio stations, to say that Agyapong doesn't deserve to be a member of parliament. And nobody should call him a member of parliament. And I, Nhyira, will not call him a member of parliament. If he cannot stay with Anas, he should move to Togo. Such person was not brought to parliament to answer questions. But Agyapong, who responded, is the one being investigated for contempt.
I don't remember, when did you go to Oman? Do you remember the date?
Well, I don't remember, but I think somewhere on the 2nd or 3rd, I can cross-check. That is what I'm saying. You should have taken, if...
Oh, worry, we will inquire. When did you go to Adom?
I still don't remember. because the time.
Very well. Yes. No. He has answered the question. How you take it, you evaluate it is a different matter. Please.
Okay, then as
Honorable, one at a time, please. Honorable Regional Minister.
Mr. Chairman, I have a problem. In the first place, I didn't hear parliamentary from the last sentence.
Honorable Member, we will sit to discuss that.
Okay.
So if you have questions relating to the evidence, please proceed to ask him before we go into conclave. Because
all right, then I choose to remain silent.
Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sorry, Chairman. I would like to know if my honorable friend and colleague is still under oath.
Yes, he is.
I asked this question because in his pre-defense, he claimed that we were not fair to him until we listened to the other tape because the complainant had added other things to the tape. And I want to find out from my honorable colleague which part of the first tape or the second tape has been doctored.
The whole thing. Because if you call me to appear before the committee and you show a video from one radio station, and when I ask for evidence from the complainant, you give me a video of 2 radio stations. So which is which? It is now that I ask the question, then you say, I'm interested in 2 words that you use. But you gave me 2 videos to go and watch from 2 radio stations. That is why I have a problem.
Honorable, my question is which part of it has been doctored?
Honorable, let's not be arguing. He has answered, please. Yes, Honorable Asafajayi before.
Honorable Member, will you agree with me that at times your emotions take over when people annoy you? Am I right?
I disagree with you.
Yes, Esian? Adom, all right. Mansunkwanta, are you a member of the committee? Okay, sorry, I thought you were a friend. That's why I was ignoring you. Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'd like to ask my senior brother, colleague, the intention of saying Parliament IFO. Is it because of what the majority leader said, or what was the basis for saying Parliament IFO? Thank you.
Counsel, you know that it's inappropriate to be talking to a witness whilst he's in the witness box.
Mr. Chair, I only urge him to be calm. I'm not coaching him. It is my duty to cooperate.
Everybody is observing you. So please, let's not give reason for people to imagine.
We take a cue. We've expressed our worries.
Yeah, Honorable Member, thank you for that question. You see, I go back to earlier statement I made in reference to Honorable Ahi. Why I said that Parliament IFO was because a day before going to Nert and Oman FM, I phoned in to a radio station, I think Happy FM or Hot FM, to respond to the regional chairman that he says I don't deserve to be called an honorable member, and if I can't stay with a nurse, I should move to Togo. Okay? I had that at the back of my mind. And honestly, I was furious at my leader I admit, and I've apologized to him. I can apologize right now as I sit here. He's a man that I respect. I even said it. So I called him that I was furious because I was expecting my leader to call me and ask, what do you know about this? But they called me about 3 radio stations that your leader has said this. And I only said, I don't want to say anything because he doesn't know the evidence I have. So when I got to my station again, and they said, what have you done to your leader? That infuriated me. So the 2 things. So I said, Parliament, I am full because today you are dragging me here. And everybody will say that he has not heard that regional chairman saying that I should move to Togo if I cannot stay with an ass in this country. And I don't deserve to be called a member of Parliament. And he would never call. Anyway, he has apologized to me, so I don't have a problem. He has. I'm not holding anything against him. But I'm only explaining to you why I made that statement, if that answers your question. Thank you.
Honourable Chairman, I want to inquire from the respondent. Mr. Respondent, I want to inquire from you, in your own evaluation today, do you think the word you use was most appropriate to describe Parliament? Even in your anger and being furious.
That is why I apologize to the leader. I don't have a problem if Parliament feel offended. I apologize. Yeah, that I don't have a problem. I'm not a thing God, no. But I was furious at Muktaka because he also did not cross-check his facts and put everything together. That is why. But he attacked me on City FM, said a lot of things. Today that the evidence has come out, what are we all sitting here going to say? But I apologize to Parliament. I don't have a problem at all. I'm not about the law.
Which evidence has come out?
Yeah, NAS. And for Kwaku Baku even to apologize to Ghanaians that he never...
I thought you were talking about Muntaka. That's why I asked the question. As for NAS, please.
Yeah, because he also went on City FM to condemn me about this Anas video and everything. So I wanted my colleague Mutaka also to be here.
He will. If you want to ask him any questions, we'll present him before you.
I have said again that I was furious based on, what was going on, people granting interview here and there, condemning me. So I was furious and I said that. And I don't mind retracting that word. But I want to state on record that I never said Parliament is useless. That I would never admit it because I never said that. But I said Parliament, ayeful.
Very well.
And I'm sorry.
Honourable Pamford.
Thank you very much, Honourable Chairman. I want to ask our Honourable Member that, given the opportunity, are you prepared to render an unqualified apology? I'm coming. Yeah. Listen.
He said he has apologized before Parliament.
You're not on the witness box, please. Honourable, sorry, what question did you ask?
Thank you very much, Chairman. I'm asking the Honourable Member, given the opportunity, is he prepared to write an unqualified apology to Parliament? That's my simple sort of thing.
What do you mean by unqualified apology? What I've said here is what? Yeah, what is that?
Any more?
No, Mr. Chairman, just an input.
Please. He is in the box giving evidence. He should not be intervening.
No, Mr. Chairman,
please, no.
Mr. Chairman, hold on a bit. Mr. Chairman, hold your breath.
I am not giving you the audience. If anybody wants to ask a question, I'll ask. Please, let not make us if we are not.
Mr. Chairman, that will help all of us.
It will help you. You have had the whole 3 weeks to deal with your witness.
Mr. Chairman, he says I should bring this information to
He says what? He's sitting there.
Yeah,
he
Mr.
knows
Chairman, not on oath. He
safe.
has instructed me. Wait, Mr. Chairman, with respect, he wants me to put on
Honorable Hackman, sorry. After your markings, you're disrupting the proceedings. Please.
Mr. Chairman, if you are offended, but Mr. Chairman,
it's not personal.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, he says I should. He wanted me to put across to you on record as his instructing counsel that between himself and the leader of the House, he has publicly apologized to his leader and he's gone ahead to embrace him already on the same platform. He asked that I should convey that to Mr. Chairman and the committee. That's all I'm trying to do.
And you mean when he said that we didn't hear?
No.
We didn't hear when he said
Mr.
that.
Chair, he whispered again. He whispered again.
Any more questions?
Mr. Chair, today
we are on TV. Yes. People are watching us.
Mr. Chair, I agree. But he whispered
you're presenting yourself as a lawyer. Yes. I am here sitting as a chairman. And I must also look the public also judging me and my committee. I told you that this is very formal because it's not just about us. The world is judging us too. Yes, honorable member.
Mr. Respondent, on the basis of the apologies you've just rendered, can this committee take it that at least you partially accept the authenticity of the tapes that were played?
No, I don't. But Mr. Chairman directed that with all what has been said here, they are interested in 2 words: cheap and useless. And I've admitted that I used the word cheap, but I didn't say Parliament is useless. And that is why I'm saying that I apologize, given the background that I've given you. Those who went on air to call me, I don't deserve to be a member of Parliament and all those things. And my leader not calling me, that is why I said Parliament, IFO. So I have apologized to that. But it doesn't mean everything in the, especially, you see, I don't want to drag matters, but I could, because I was called to answer questions on this that I did not even know. Somewhere that I have said that the majority leader is useless. This is very, very damaging. So for honorable member to bring this as evidence, something that I have not said, if I don't respect Parliament, with this evidence in my hand here, I wouldn't have ever said sorry. Yeah. And next, all I'll say, with all due respect to members here, next time we have to verify information. If you rely on only radio stations and networks, some are doing diabolic news. And this is the Ghana news, whatever that you check, you will never find it anywhere. mynews.com. Cross-check and see. And this is what they brought up. And I'm very, very offended for using that word, that if the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana were a place to be taken serious and not the cheap place, someone like Oseche Mensah Busu would not have been going around calling himself a majority leader or a minister of parliamentary affairs. Where in these videos that you've shown to me that I said that, and you brought this and tendered it in as evidence as something that I have said. My only advice and plea is that next time With all due respect to members and committees, we should also verify information, at least. Thank you.
Kindly, clerk, give this letter to the witness. Honorable Respondent, did you receive this letter from the committee?
This is good. Mr. Chairman, I'm under oath. I've never received this. Yeah, this is what I received. This is what I received. And it still borders on what my argument that I never and never anywhere said that it was my news.com that came up with this. I never anywhere said that. Let me read. On Wednesday, 6 June 2018, the Honorable Member of Parliament for Aswansi constituency, Alhaji Mohammed Mubarak Mutaka, drew the attention of the House to an alleged disparaging comments made by your good self on the social media to the effect that the House is useless and cheap. And if the House was not useless, it would not have Honorable Chairman Sabunsu as its majority leader. I asked a simple question.
I asked you, did you receive that letter?
No, I didn't.
You have said no.